Ready, guys? The time is 6:06, and today's date is April the 25th, 2017. I call this meeting, special board meeting to order of the Weslaco ISD Board of Trustees. Item number 2, establishment of a quorum. Let the record reflect that we have a full board present. Item number 3, discussion and possible action to select insurance and employee benefit consultants. RFP 1705-43. Dr. Canales.
Hey, Board of Trustees, in March 2017, the board elected to conduct an RFP process for insurance and employee benefits consulting services, with the board having the authority to make this selection. On April 18th, 4 respondents presented to the board in a workshop setting. There was a special called meeting immediately after the workshop to make a decision. However, the item was tabled to allow for a full board to be present for the selection. So we're ready to move forward with discussion and possible action for the selection.
Okay, Ivan, I have a question. On we're gonna rank the applicants. Is the ranking sufficient to? Is the ranking all we're gonna need, or we're gonna have to vote as a board to approve the ranking to hire the consultant?
You would have to vote to approve of the ranking. So it's, and you've done this before where you go through and you end up potentially with an average.
Okay.
And so you have an average. Then I've told the board in the past, you can go with the average, or you can, if you decide as a board that somebody got so many of the top selection, if you want to decide to go with a consultant that got more number ones or something like that, that's going to be completely up to you all.
Okay. So at this time, I'm going to ask Andres, I believe you have the ranking sheets? And I know that some of you boys have already submitted your ranking sheets. I will ask Andres to bring them back so that we can all turn them in together at once. And if you want to review your forms, your sheets, or change something, since you've had some more time to think about it, do so. If you're happy with the way it is, then we're done. Now, Andres, well, I have some questions on the ranking sheet. What is better, high score or low score? High score. High score is better.
Did we clarify the certificate we were asking about? Was it risk management? I know one of the firms that was presenting, there was a question about that.
Yes, sir. The firm in question responded that they did not have the risk management license. However, if they were to be selected, it would be a fairly easy process for them to obtain it.
Thank you.
Is this what I voted last week?
me ask,
SWDC.
Ivan Perez, whoever is selected, is it possible to go there and then negotiate a lower price?
Yes.
And is it possible also, I know there's been a lot of discussion with Knapp Hospital, whether they're off or on, whoever is selected, is it also possible to go there and negotiate back with Knapp again?
You have that authority as a board to make a decision on that. So it is possible. It's just not going to be something you'll give direction on tonight necessarily, but it's possible, yes.
When I was superintendent in this school district many years ago, I remember that there was some costs that were given to us, and I questioned it. So that took a long time to settle, and eventually there was a lawsuit and we settled. But is it also possible now to get the figures that are here and whoever is selected to go back and audit the amounts?
I mean, that's, generally speaking, yes, it's possible. I'd want to talk to you all maybe in the closed session to get some more facts if it relates to possible legal issues, then, but is it possible? Yes.
I'm just concerned. There was a high cost during that time and also now. So I do want an audit to go back and see what we have paid and see if it was correct. Am I the last one?
Is everybody turned theirs in?
Yes.
Okay, so Andres, you need about a minute and a half?
Mr. President, might you inquire if there's anyone here who wanted to give a public comment in relation to this?
Okay. My colleague, Patrick Kennedy, has, it is not customary to have public comments during a special meeting. However, it is my option as presiding officer on this, as being the president of the board, to allow for public comments. If anybody wants to come up here and make a statement in regards to the item that we have on the agenda in regards to the insurance consultant or the possibility of hiring a new insurance consultant, as long as your statement stays directly tied into your insurance consultant, I will allow that. If anybody wants to make a comment. If nobody wants to make a comment, if somebody wants to talk about insurance, we cannot do that right now. We can talk about the consultants, since that is what we are contemplating right now on this agenda. Okay. In the meanwhile, we're going to let Andres add these up. And is there a possibility of going into closed session while Andres does this and then come back out and read the outcome?
You do have personnel matters to discuss in the back, so if you wanted to, you could
And is that?
do that while.
Do that and then come back?
Yeah.
Okay,
I'm okay
so while Andres does the calculations, we will allow him to do that, and we will go into closed session. The time is 6:17, and this board will be back quickly. Personal matter, Texas Government Code 551.074, Item 1, deliberation regarding the appointment, employment, reassignment, duties, discipline, or dismissal of a public officer or employee, Texas Government Code 551.074 and 551.071. Item A, discussion of renewal of term contract for teacher for the 2017-2018 school year. Item B, discussion of renewal of probationary contract for teachers for the 2017-2018 school year. And we will be back momentarily, and those items we'll discuss in closed session. Thank you. Time is 6:36, and we're back on, an open session for this special meeting. The first item we will visit is item number 3, discussion and possible action to select insurance and employee benefits consultant, RFP 17-05-43. We had moved this item later due to the fact that Andres was doing some calculations and scoring on the sheet that we had all the board members turn in to him, and now we have the numbers back. Ivan, should I read them all or just the top?
That's up to you. I mean, you can do, you can read I would suggest just reading it all.
Okay. On the ranking sheet that I have before me, that was tabulated by Andres, coming in with a number 1 is SWC Life Insurance. Coming in second is Alamo Insurance Group. Coming in third is Valley Risk Management. Coming in fourth is the Granado Group. And coming in fifth is John Jett and Associates. That is a ranking that we have before us, and I'll entertain a motion to accept the ranking as presented.
I so move.
Okay. We
I'll
have
second.
We have a motion by Patrick and a second by Dr. Jaime Rodriguez. Any discussion?
Yes, I have a concern. In their bids, for PNC and for health, it's $100,000. And so, I know Mr. Kennedy had asked if it was negotiable. Looking at the other bids, I just a little concerned, y'all were questioning spending money on certain facility needs that we had already proposed, and now we're here going almost $35,000 more for the consultant. I think they did a phenomenal job. I really, really did. However, 35,000, 40,000, whatever that number may be, is what's alarming and concerning.
Any further discussion? All those in favor of accepting the ranking as presented signify by saying aye.
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 Okay, show of hands, please. Opposed, say no.
No.
Okay. The tally is 3-3, and the chair will move to accept the ranking as presented. So the motion carries. SWC is our number 1. Do we have to vote to hire them now, or is that enough, Ivan?
No, you've ranked them, and then I guess if you all want administration to negotiate with them, then I guess I understood that as whoever was number 1, There was
Okay.
an understanding there'd be some negotiation.
So then, the motion will be to proceed and allow administration to, work as, our attorney has stated on coming to a better price for the job. Okay?
I so move.
I think we're good. I think we voted and everything's,
Well, I think we have to vote to authorize the administration to negotiate.
okay. So the motion is by Patrick to approve the ranking and now to allow administration to work with the funding for this item. Is there a second?
Second.
Second by Dr. Rodriguez. To proceed, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
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 Okay. 3. Okay, motion carries. Opposed? Oscar and
Myself.
Andrew. Okay. Motion carries. Now we move on to items in closed session that we discussed, and item number 1, item A, personal matters, Texas Government Code 551.074, 1, deliberation regarding the appointment, employment, reassignment duties, discipline, or dismissal of a public officer or employee, Texas Government Code 551.074 and 551.071. Item A, discussion renewal term contracts for teachers for the 2017-2018 school year. Dr. Canales.
At this time, we seek board approval for the renewal of a term contract for the teacher noted in closed session.
So move.
Second.
Okay, we have a motion by Andrew and a second by Isidoro. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, say no. Motion carries. Item B, discussion of renewal of probationary contracts for teachers for the 2017-2018 school year. Dr. Canales.
We're seeking the approval of renewal of probationary contracts for teachers for next school year as noted in closed session.
So move.
Second.
Okay, we have a motion by Andrew to renew the probationary contracts for a teacher for the 2017-2018 school year, and a second by Patrick Kennedy. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
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 Opposed, say no. Motion carries. And now moving on to item number 6, adjournment.
So move.
Time is 6:43 and this meeting is over. Thank you.